Hey, I'm right here. How are you feeling?
It hurts, but I'm glad you're here.
I'm not going anywhere.
Jake, you should go home. You don't have to do this.
Go home to what? You are my home now.
I'm scared, Jake. What if I don't make it?
Single dad chased triplets into wrong hospital room, met a dying woman and married her a year later the moment Jake Morrison's 3-year-old triplets bolted down the hospital corridor. He had no idea they were running straight toward his future wife. It was chaos. Pure, unfiltered chaos. Jake was supposed to be taking his triplet daughters, Lily, Emma, and Sophie, to visit their grandmother on the 4th floor of St. Mary's Hospital in Seattle. But somewhere between the elevator and room 412, the girls had spotted something shiny, squealed in unison, and taken off like tiny tornadoes in pink dresses. "Girls, stop!" Jake shouted, sprinting after them while juggling a bag of get-well balloons and his grandmother's favorite cookies. "This is a hospital! You can't just— Lily, put that down!" Lily had grabbed a wheelchair and was attempting to ride it like a scooter. Emma was pressing every button on a wall panel. Sophie had already disappeared around a corner. Jake was a single father. He'd been doing this alone since his wife Rachel died giving birth to the triplets 3 years ago. He'd learned to function on 3 hours of sleep, survive on cold coffee, and accept that chaos was his new normal. But today was testing his limits. He rounded the corner just in time to see all 3 girls push open a hospital room door and tumble inside, giggling. "No, no, no, no." Jake rushed after them. "I'm so sorry, we're in the wrong—" He froze. The room was dimmed, curtains drawn against the afternoon sun. A young woman lay in the hospital bed, her blonde hair spread across the pillow, and 4 attached to her arm. She looked frail, pale, like she'd been sick for a long time. But her eyes, bright blue and startled, were fixed on the 3 little girls who had just invaded her room. The triplets had gone completely silent, staring at her with the innocent curiosity only children possess. "Are you a princess?" Sophie whispered, breaking the silence. The woman's lips curved into a small, surprised smile. "What? You look like a princess," Lily added. "From our storybook." Jake grabbed all 3 girls by their dress straps, pulling them back. "I am so sorry. They got away from me. We're looking for room 412, and they just—" "It's okay," the woman said softly. Her voice was weak but kind. "It's actually nice. I haven't had visitors in a while." Jake noticed the room then, really noticed it. There were no flowers, no get-well cards, no signs that anyone had been here to see her. Just medical equipment and the sterile smell of antiseptic. Emma, the boldest of his daughters, wriggled free and approached the bed. "Why are you here? Are you sick?" "Emma!" Jake gasped. "You can't just ask." "It's okay," the woman said again, and this time her smile was genuine. "Yes, I'm sick. My heart doesn't work very well. The doctors are trying to help me." "Oh." Emma considered this seriously. "Our mommy died, but Daddy says she's watching us from heaven." Jake's chest tightened. "Girls, we should really go." "I'm sorry about your mommy," the woman said, her eyes suddenly glistening. "That must be very hard." Lily climbed onto the chair beside the bed. "It's okay. We have Daddy. He takes care of us. He must be a very good daddy." "He is," Sophie chimed in. "He makes us pancakes and reads us stories and lets us paint his toenails." The woman laughed, a real surprised laugh that transformed her whole face. Jake felt something shift in his chest. I lost a bet," he explained, feeling his face heat. "The toenail thing. It sounds like you have a wonderful family," the woman said, looking at the girls with such longing that it broke Jake's heart. An awkward silence fell. Jake cleared his throat. "We should really let you rest. I'm Jake Morrison, by the way, and these troublemakers are Lily, Emma, and Sophie." "Olivia," the woman said. "Olivia Hayes. And really, you don't have to go. This is the most interesting thing that's happened to me in weeks." That's how it started. Jake should have left, should have collected his daughters and continued to his grandmother's room. But something in Olivia's eyes, a loneliness he recognized from his own mirror, made him stay. The triplets, sensing they'd found a captive audience, launched into an enthusiastic summary of their lives. They told Olivia about their pet goldfish, currently deceased but probably in heaven with Mommy, their favorite TV show, something involving singing vegetables, and their upcoming birthday party. 3 weeks away and already the source of intense planning. Olivia listened to every word, asking questions, laughing at their stories, looking more alive with each passing minute. "Are you here all alone?" Jake asked quietly when the girls got distracted by the buttons on the hospital bed. Olivia's smile faded slightly. "My parents died in a car accident when I was 20. I have an aunt in California, but we're not close. And I was engaged once, but when he found out about my heart condition, he left. Said he couldn't handle it." Jake felt anger flash through him. What an idiot. "Jake!" Olivia laughed, surprised. "I'm serious. Who does that? Someone who wanted a different life than this." She gestured to the hospital room. "I've been in and out of hospital since I was a kid. Congenital heart defect. I'm on the transplant list, but..." She trailed off, the unspoken reality hanging heavy. "But you're tired of waiting," something like that. Sophie tugged on Jake's sleeve. "Daddy, can Olivia come to our birthday party?" Jake's eyes met Olivia's. "That's in 3 weeks. Will you be out of the hospital by then? Maybe. Probably." Olivia's smile was uncertain. "But I'd love to come, if the invitation's real." "It's real," Jake said, surprised by how much he meant it. Olivia was discharged 4 days later. Jake had stopped by every day that week with the girls, who'd adopted Olivia as their honorary friend. She'd braided their hair, listened to their stories, and made them laugh with silly voices during story time. On the day she left, Jake gave her his phone number. "For the birthday party," he said, "so you know where to go." "Okay," Olivia said, clutching the paper like it was precious. 3 weeks later, Olivia showed up to the triplets' 4th birthday party with 3 handmade dolls, one for each girl, sewn during her recovery at home. The girls screamed with delight. Jake felt his throat tighten. "You didn't have to do this," he said. "I wanted to," Olivia replied. "They've given me something to look forward to. That's not nothing." At the party, Jake watched Olivia interact with his daughters. She was patient, kind, fully present in a way that reminded him of Rachel. But she wasn't Rachel. She was something new, someone who understood loss and loneliness, who'd faced death and chosen to keep fighting. Over the next 6 months, Olivia became part of their lives. Coffee dates turned into dinners. Dinners turned into weekend outings. The girls adored her. Jake found himself falling for her smile, her strength, her refusal to be defined by her illness. When Olivia was hospitalized again, a setback that put her back on the critical list, Jake was there. He stayed through the scary nights when machines beeped urgently. He held her hand when doctors delivered bad news. He brought the girls to visit because their laughter was better medicine than anything in an 4-bag. "You don't have to do this," Olivia whispered one night. "I come with complications, with an expiration date that might be sooner than anyone wants." "So does everyone," Jake said. "We're all temporary. The question is what we do with the time we have. And what do you want to do with yours?" "Spend it with you. If you'll let me," Olivia cried. "Jake, I'm scared. Me too. But I'd rather be scared with you than safe without you." 8 months after they met, Olivia got the call. A heart was available. The surgery was risky. A 20-hour ordeal that Jake waded through with the triplets sleeping on his lap in the waiting room. When the surgeon finally emerged, exhausted but smiling, Jake nearly collapsed with relief. She made it. The transplant was successful. 6 months after that, on a sunny Saturday in the same hospital chapel where Jake had prayed during Olivia's surgery, they got married. The triplets, now 5 years old, were flower girls in matching yellow dresses. Olivia wore a simple white dress and carried wildflowers. Jake cried through his vows. "You ran into my life chasing chaos," Olivia said, her voice strong now, her color healthy. "And you showed me that love doesn't require perfect circumstances, just perfect timing and imperfect people willing to try." "You taught me that life is about more than survival," Jake replied. "It's about showing up, even when things are hard, especially then. I love you. And I promise to keep chasing you into hospital rooms for the rest of our lives." The girls cheered. The small gathering of friends laughed through tears. 2 years later, Jake and Olivia stood in their backyard watching the triplets, now 7, play with their new baby brother, Samuel. "Can you believe it?" Olivia said, her hand resting on her new strong heart. 2 years ago, I thought I was dying alone. Now I have this. We have this, Jake corrected, pulling her close. Because 3 tiny tornadoes ran into the wrong hospital room. Best wrong turn ever, agreed. Sophie ran up, tugging on Olivia's sleeve. Mama Liv, can you read us a story? Olivia's eyes filled with happy tears. The girls had started calling her Mama Liv 6 months after the wedding, and it never stopped making her emotional. Of course, sweetheart. Which one? The one about the princess who got rescued by a daddy and his 3 daughters? Jake laughed. That's not how the story goes. It's how our story goes, Olivia said, kissing his cheek. And it's perfect, because sometimes the wrong room is exactly the right place. Sometimes chaos leads to clarity. Sometimes dying teaches you how to live. And sometimes a single father chasing triplets through a hospital finds not just a patient in the wrong room, but a woman who will become his wife, his partner, and the mother his daughters always deserved. Jake Morrison ran into room 408, expecting to apologize for an intrusion. Instead, he found his second chance at love. Olivia Hayes was waiting to die alone. Instead, she found a family who taught her that every heartbeat, especially a transplanted one, is a gift worth celebrating. They married a year later. 5 years after that, they're still chasing chaos together. And they wouldn't have it any other way.